We are here, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. We are here. My first ever Thunderstruck review, my first ever Thunderstruck. It has been a wild old year of getting into North Wrestling, and we are here at the biggest show of the year, so I have some thoughts. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to FTTR, I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about North Wrestling NCL.56 Thunderstruck 3. That's right, we are on the third Thunderstruck show from North Wrestling at the Walker Dome in Newcastle, and it was a big old card set for this show. A huge main event, a triple threat between Leon Slater and Munny. Dhesi is in the house, former WWE champion Paul London. There is a lot of stuff happening on this show and a lot of stuff to dive into, but before we do, please subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below, and I'll try to reply to every single one of them as we dive into this. Starting with my overall thoughts on Thunderstruck. Now, I think that North Wrestling have been on a tear at the moment. They have been hitting every single beat you could want from a professional wrestling company. They've been delivering so much. It's been a fantastic show to watch, month in, month out. Thunderstruck came around and I was really hyped for this show. I was like, this is going to be my first Thunderstruck. I can't wait to dive into it. And I really liked Thunderstruck. I didn't necessarily love it as much as maybe I wanted to, but there are some elements on this show that I absolutely loved, including a main event that is incredible. A brilliant triple threat main event. There was some stuff on the show that was a little bit up and down for me, but overall I had such a fun time watching Thunderstruck. I really am hyped for where the promotion is going moving forward, particularly because, spoiler alert now, we have a new North Wrestling champion. I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited to see where all these divisions go. Thunderstruck, I think, is a great showcase for everything that North Wrestling does and the sort of positivity it puts out there for professional wrestling, because it is something else I do need to take into account when reviewing this. It is a more family orientated show, as shown in the tag team match between Rio, Emerson Jane, Harley Hudson and Myla Grace. It is a more family friendly show. The shows at the brewery, they have deathmatch stuff and they have swearing and everything, so this is a more family friendly PG-ish show. And yeah, taking all that into account, I had such a fun time. I had a really fun time watching Thunderstruck 3, and I'm excited for many more Thunderstrucks to come. But shall we just dive into my play-by-play review of the show, every match, every angle, everything that happened, starting with the Keg Stacker lock-in scramble match. Before that though, we got a great cold open from Tan Campbell, who did a great job on commentary as well with Vader Scott and in ring announcing as well. And yeah, we have the Keg Stacker lock-in scramble match, and there are a lot of names here. A lot of people have been given cans by Keg Stacker, and I'm going to try and run them all through via memory, but I'm going to put the graphic above my face so you don't know if I'm cheating and reading off a script, because that is the beauty of editing. I am manipulating everything you see. Am I doing this off the top of my brain? That's to your own interpretation. So, this match featured Hardman Dan, Alexis Falcon, Joe Wade, Keg Stacker, Mark Mathers, Mo Akhtar, Natalie Sykes and Nathan Black. They were all competing in this big scramble match that had been set up by Keg Stacker, who's been giving people cans. Alexis Falcon had stolen a can, and this match was really fun. This was really fun. Carnage. Everyone got a load of cool stuff in. I really had fun with it. You got a brilliant promo from Nathan Black, as he's the last entrant, well, the second to last entrant apart from Keg Stacker. He cuts a promo, does Nathan Black, coming down to the ring, and that voice, man, just incredible stuff, just getting the complete right reaction from everyone in attendance and the viewers at home. He cuts a great promo coming down to the ring, and then Keg Stacker takes off his sling, and it's real. He is the last man in the match. Really cool. Happy to see that Keg Stacker's back, and then just a wild brawl ensues. Everyone's sort of going after everyone. You got Natalie Sykes and Alexis Falcon in there tearing up because they have their feud carrying on from Project Leeds. You've got Joe Wade in there just being damn cool. He's just like, I wanted Joe Wade to win, and we'll talk about the ending in just a moment, but I was a very sad man. Yeah, everyone just got cool stuff in here. You got some really cool interactions. You got Mo Akhtar, who I'd never seen before. He was awesome. You've got Hardman Dan as well, who again, never heard of. Mark Mathers I thought was really interesting because he had some of the more interesting spots in there with his queen, who used makeup powder to get in the face of, you know, one of the competitors as well, and just using shenanigans there. But you had the true good guys in there that were like not Nathan Black, definitely not Nathan Black, Joe Wade, Natalie Sykes, Mo Akhtar. You had those people that everyone was getting behind. You got this really cool Tower of Doom spot where all the guys took out everyone. Alexis Falcon comes in, she tries to pin every single competitor as well, and then and then Alexis and Natalie Sykes brawl to the back. They're sent right through to the backstage area, and they are not to be seen in the match anymore. It's just the lads in there, and it looks like Nathan Black might get the win. It looks like that was the way it was going, but he got a little bit too confident. He's standing on a keg, posing, and that gives Joe Wade an opportunity to get in there and hit like a bicycle knee on Nathan Black. It was really, really cool. Joe Wade goes to the top, looks like he's going to hit a foot stomp on Nathan Black to pick up the win. Nathan Black rolls out of the way, but this allows Hardman Dan, HMD, to roll up Joe Wade for the 1, 2, 3. I wasn't expecting this. I thought Joe Wade would probably win because Joe Wade is class. But yeah, I'm pretty here for this. I'm here for, you know, Hardman Dan, someone I've never seen before. I'm here for a new up-and-comer to sort of get that spotlight and see where he goes, which division he wants to slot into, maybe the ultra-violence division. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where this goes, but I was, like, in kayfabe-wise, I was rooting for Joe Wade to win this one, and when he didn't win, I was like, God damn it, we were so close. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a really fun scramble match, really cool stuff, and yeah, not many complaints about this. We then got a backstage segment where Alexis Falcon and Natalie Sykes are brawling backstage. Not even backstage, they are brawling outside the Walker Dome, and Alexis Falcon is barred from the brewery. Really cool. She has a meltdown on the floor. I thought that was cool. I thought that was funny. And that led into the tag team match that we got next, which was Shreddy and Warhorse taking on Henry Faust and Paul London. Shreddy comes down, does amazing work on the microphone. As always, he is untouchable on that mic. He just says such funny things. And Warhorse comes down, and Warhorse also cuts a fantastic promo running down Henry Faust, running down Paul London. I thought it was really, really well done. You know, putting over stuff like being in Japan. I'm used to seeing Warhorse. I feel like I've seen Warhorse as a good guy more than a bad guy, and I thought he really fit the sort of bad guy role that he was in, and the sort of makeshift team that he was with, Shreddy, I thought worked really well. Then Paul London makes his entrance, and we're going to go on a little bit of a James Bond tangent here, because Paul London comes out and he sings the entirety of Tom Jones's Thunderball from the 1965 film of the same name. I think that was when it came out. Could be wrong. Might be 64. I'm just going to go on a tangent here because it's very rare that I get to speak about like movies and stuff like this. So whether this makes the video is another question. But Thunderball is actually probably one of my least favourite Sean Connery James Bond films. I'm a massive James Bond fan. And yeah, Thunderball just never really hit for me. And it should, because it's got everything cool that I like. It's got cool underwater sequences. It's got cool bad guys. It's got a cool song. Never really stuck with me. I was always a Goldfinger, You Only Live Twice, technically Diamonds Are Forever. I even like Never Say Never Again as well. But yeah, Thunderball was always towards the bottom for me in terms of James Bond films. And when he came out singing Thunderball, I was like, okay, this is cool. We're getting some James Bond references here. I'm down for that. And they went out there and they had a fun match. This was a pretty standard tag team match in terms of how it was structured. You had the bad guys, Shreddy and Warhorse, working over Henry Faust, building to that Paul London hot tag. And Paul London has still got it, because when he makes that hot tag, getting in there to save Henry Faust, he was laying out everyone, and it was really cool to see. You also got this really fun bit, gag, whatever you want to call it, with protein drink powder. I think it was a drink, some sort of protein shake that Shreddy had, where it looks like he's going to spit this disgusting protein drink in the face of Paul London. I think it was Paul London. Might have been Henry Faust. I can't remember which one it was because I'm not taking very detailed notes here because I'm bad at my job. And he goes to spit it in the face, and they keep swapping who it is. They keep doing the back turnaround back, so having back control over the other person, and it looks like he's going to accidentally spit it in the face of Warhorse. But when he has tried this so many times, it distills and it goes gross in his mouth, and he struggles to swallow it. I thought that was really funny. I thought this match overall was pretty funny as well, and that was sort of the icing on the cake there. Shreddy then goes to get more of the protein drink in his mouth and accidentally spits it in the face of Warhorse, and then Henry Faust uses like a Pele kick to take out Shreddy for the 1, 2, 3. Big feel-good win for Henry Faust and Paul London. I was a big fan of this. This was very, very fun shenanigans. Everyone in here has got, this was like charisma. If you took the charisma of just everyone in the ring and upped it to 20, I think that's a big number. Say it's out of 10, you know what I mean. It was really funny, like really, really funny, and I enjoyed the hell out of this match. Next up, we got the big grudge match that we have been building to for a while, as Benji took on Zio Knox with Ace Matthews as the special guest referee. This was awesome. I had such a good time with this match. I thought this was a great blow-off match to the feud that these guys have had. It was everything that I wanted, aside from, it may be, and I think this might be the first one in the series, I'm not going to lie, because I do feel like there's more places you could go with this. This had the emotion, it had the, Zio Knox being the perfect bad guy, the perfect foil for Benji. It was structured really well, it didn't go too long. This was really, really well done. You had a lot of moments where Benji would look to get the offense in, and he was just shut down by Zio Knox as well. It started off with a big brawl between the two as Ace Matthews wants them to both shake hands. It played on a character. It played on the character of the two and the fact that these two are probably never, ever going to get back together in any sort of shape or fashion. And they just, they brawled. They beat the piss out of each other. Benji was getting wailed on by Zio Knox for a large portion of this match as well. And you had some great near falls in there as well. You had Ace Matthews calling it pretty straight. There was no sort of bias here. He wanted both guys to shake hands at the start of the match. He was very much... He played an integral part in the match, particularly towards the end, but he was very down the middle. He was calling this down the middle, and I appreciated that. You got some really cool spots in here, like a Pepsi plunge from Benji, which came out of nowhere. You had this awesome sort of scoop slam cutter that Zio Knox did, followed it up by a lariat for a great near fall as well. And then that led into Knox looking to use the mallet on Benji, and he goes to use the mallet, but Zio Knox... he wants to, but he's stopped by Ace Matthews, someone he's been associated with for a while. Ace Matthews does not want him to use the mallet. He's taking this job as an official very, very seriously, and that is the ultimate upset for Knox. This sort of aggression takes a hold of Knox, and he steals the belt that Ace Matthews is wearing, starts whipping Benji, keeps doing it, but Zio Knox takes that away from him, and that gives Benji the opportunity to lock in a Tasmission, locks in a choke, and taps out Zio Knox. A perfect ending to this match. I really loved it. I had so much fun with it. It was a great grudge match, a great feud ender. Yeah, I think it's a perfect feud ender in that you can always do more. There is more gas left in this tank, I do think, but it could also be a perfect end if it is the end, because Benji won. Benji got his comeuppance. No, Zio Knox got his comeuppance at the hands of Benji. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, awesome. Really fun. Might have been second favourite match of the show. Then for the North Wrestling Tag Team titles, Clint Margera and Trent Seven took on Rampage Brown and a mystery partner, because Will Cruz is out there killing it in Pro Wrestling Noah. Unfortunately cannot defend the titles here at Thunderstruck, so Rampage Brown has enlisted none other than Rory Coyle, who has a long history in North Wrestling, which they did a fantastic job on commentary of putting over to new-ish viewers like myself, who then understood a lot of the history. He's had a big feud with Rampage Brown as well. They put over that really, really well, and his character. And what helped as well with the character is the presentation and the opening of the match, where Trent Seven goes to use this sack, this bag that Coyle has brought with him, and pulls it out, and there's a VHS tape in there, there's a doll's head in there. Kind of got over that maybe Rory Coyle, who is Peter Doyle? I don't know why I just said that. Rory Coyle goes to use like these weird weapons. It puts over his character quite well, and I appreciated that the opening of the match did that. As Trent Seven is pulling things out of the bag, pulling all these different things out of the bag, he says that he wants this match to be anything in the sack, anything in the bag can be used legally. And this is where, like, I like this match. I particularly like the end of this match. I thought the ending, it got really good. My issue with this match is it kind of falls down in terms of logic. The no DQ thing that kind of happened with this match, because you did get some no DQ spots, and you got staple guns being used later on in the match and stuff like that, which made for a funny spot, don't get me wrong, but it was set up that it was sort of anything from the bag can be used, and the ref agreed with that. It didn't necessarily make it a full no DQ match. That was my understanding as I watched it play out, and that logic didn't apply to the match because both guys had staple guns and used staple guns on each other. They weren't in the bag, I don't think, unless the camera didn't show them being pulled out of the bag. That could very well have happened. But yeah, some of the logic gaps weren't necessarily hitting for me. But the in-ring work between everyone in this match was awesome. Rampage Brown flying over a guardrail to take out both Margera and Trent Seven was really damn cool, and you got some really awesome spots. I particularly loved the interactions between Rampage Brown and Trent Seven. They had amazing chemistry together. They were hitting some really awesome match. They started off the match pretty early as well. It's Rory Coyle and Trent Seven, then it sort of goes to Rampage Brown and Trent Seven, and they had this really cool sequence where Rampage Brown hits his big catching power slam as well. That all looks really good. You had a great sit-out pile driver from Rampage Brown as well, which also looked awesome. And then you got a shock win, which I wasn't expecting. I really wasn't expecting this, as Margera and Trent picked up the win by pinning Rory Coyle with a rolling elbow 7-star lariat combo. 1, 2, 3. New North Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it in the slightest, and I was shocked. I was shocked, but also shocked in a good way, because I think this was the exact kind of title switch, and in the main event, that was unexpected to me, anyway, as a stupid wrestling fan, and I appreciated that. I really appreciated that. Like I said, this match, I had some issues with, but overall, like, the ending sequences of this were really damn good, like really, really good, so I can't fault it there. I had a fun time watching it, and it was a shock title change. Yeah, I was very impressed with this. The next match was for the North Wrestling Ultra-Violent Championship, as Big Lou Nixon took on Jack Jester. This match, again, I thought was pretty good. This was pretty good, but this also had the, not necessarily issue, but it had the constraint of it is a hardcore championship that has to be defended in a way that is, more family friendly. And I think they did a pretty good job of working around that with some of the stuff that they did, using the chair, for instance. The chair was a big part of this match. You had a table used in this match, but compared to, some of the matches that we've seen Lou Nixon have, particularly the one with Charlie Evans, it was not to that level. It was not that insane. There were really cool chair spots. I really liked the opening of this match where they were just wrestling as well. I thought that was an interesting way to shake up the hardcore stipulation. It's probably a few minutes into the match before any weapon is gone and picked up by any of the wrestlers, and I thought that was a really interesting way to play it. Then you had Lou Nixon get a chair. He comes in, starts wailing on Jack Jester with a chair. You had Lou Nixon also get a table out, and Jack Jester goes to the top rope. It looks like he's going to try and hit a dive on Lou Nixon through the table. Lou Nixon goes round, grabs him right by the dick, or the balls, or both, and throws him through the table. He goes straight through, hits his ripcord forearm, and hits a GTS for the win. completely fine. It was a completely fine match. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to see where both guys go. I'm excited to see what's next for Lou Nixon's title run. This was fine. Best I can say about this is this was fine. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't necessarily to the standard of matches that I've seen Big Lou Nixon have, because again, he's had incredible death matches. The one with Charlie Evans I thought was amazing. So yeah, no complaint. I can't complain about it too much. It was a fun match. Next up, we've got a tag team match between TNA's own Harley Hudson and Myla Grace as they took on BBL, Emerson Jane and Rio, the coolest tag team in the world right now. I thought this match was great. This match was really, really cool. You got strong characters. I think Harley Hudson is so great at showing her character, and just the way she was screaming at the beginning, screaming at Rio as Rio was getting the advantage. I thought it was really, really cool. And just the way that Rio and Emerson Jane work together and the type of moves that they hit, they're really strong, they're really powerful. It's a completely different dynamic to Myla Grace and Harley Hudson, who are a bit quicker, a bit more nimble, a bit more crafty. I liked the dynamic that they did there. The majority of the opening in this match was Rio and Jane really getting the advantage over Grace and Hudson. But as Emerson Jane has Harley Hudson on her back, Myla Grace gets a tag and she comes in, and that manages to get the advantage to the TNA team. And they start working over Emerson Jane, building to that Rio hot tag, and Rio comes in and she just wrecks shop. She kills everyone in her path, and it was awesome. Big double team offense from both women as they hit massive German suplexes on Hudson and Grace, and Emerson Jane is ultimately the one who picks up the win. She hits a diving dropkick, takes out both Myla Grace and Harley Hudson, and then hits the sit-out driver for the 1, 2, 3, picking up the win. Awesome. Really cool. I really enjoyed this match, and I can't wait to see, as it was stated in a promo following this, they're going to be going for the tag titles. I cannot picture a world in which Emerson Jane takes on Trent Seven in some capacity, because that is going to be class. If they announce that tag team title match, Jesus Christ, that's going to be good. That's going to be so effing good. And yeah, I cannot wait for it. I had a really fun time watching this tag match, and yeah, can't wait to see more in the future, and good luck to Myla Grace and Harley Hudson in TNA. Next up for the Stu Hart Heritage Championship, Raj Dhesi took on Amir Jordan in what was a very, very fun match. So my sort of relationship with Raj Dhesi is I don't think I've seen a Raj Dhesi match since WWE. I just don't think he's appeared on any shows that I've seen. I haven't watched Maple Leaf Pro either, so this was my first sort of exposure to him outside of that WWE system. And I think he has got a lot of upside. He is very good at working the crowd. He's a very imposing man. He's a very cool looking guy. And him with the title as well just looked right. And going up there and standing next to Amir Jordan, who's a lot smaller in stature, told the story of this match, and that is the power of Raj Dhesi versus the speed and quickness and tenacity of Amir Jordan. The opening sections of this match was just Dhesi underestimating, throwing about Amir Jordan, and just laying into him, for lack of a better term. He is just destroying Amir Jordan in the early sections of this match. Then it builds to a kind of comeback from Amir Jordan. It looks like he's going to get the upper hand, but then he is pulled in the way. He looks like he's going to hit a dive on Raj, but then the ref is pulled in the way. That gives Raj the opportunity to hit an uppercut, which gives the advantage back to Raj Dhesi, and sort of the craftiness of Raj gave him the advantage. This then leads to Dhesi just destroying him all over again, throwing him into different turnbuckles, hitting a big back body drop, and just targeting the body and the midsection of Amir Jordan. I really liked a lot of the offense that Dhesi used here, particularly, we'll talk about it in the men, because I think he's got one of the coolest finishes ever, particularly the Kalas. I thought that was awesome. And yeah, this built to a hope spot from Amir Jordan as he got a little bit more offense, and he manages to hit the Air Jordan for a very close near fall, but Raj Dhesi reaches the ropes, grabs the ropes just in time to not get caught out and not get pinned. I thought that was a really great near fall. Then we got into the closing sequence of the match where They're sort of Irish whipping each other into turnbuckle. The ref's caught in the turnbuckle and they don't want to run into the ref. But as it looks like Raj Dhesi's been pushed into the ref, he low blows Amir Jordan, hits a beautiful looking Kalas for the 1, 2, 3. I really enjoyed this match. I thought this was really fun, like really fun. I think there's tremendous upside to Raj Dhesi. I hope we see more of him in this capacity, doing some more smaller dates. And Amir Jordan as well is an absolute trooper. He's fantastic. Soon to be North champion at some point. I'd love that. The issue I have with this match was the post-match, which I see why they did, and that was Raj Dhesi showing respect to Amir Jordan and shaking his hand, raising his hand and everything like that. I get why they did that, but after he's just low blowed him and cheated, I thought it was too opposite, too two opposing ideas going against each other, and it didn't quite work in my brain. So I would have maybe saved that for like a post show or like a backstage segment or something like that. I get wanting the moment in front of a crowd, but I thought maybe cut that. My opinion. Following this, it looks like we're going to go to the main event, but Miles Kamen comes out, and before he can even cut a promo, he is interrupted by Kemper. They were supposed to have a match at Thunderstruck, but because of Miles Kamen's injury, that can't happen. And Miles Kamen calls him his bitch. Yeah. And then security get in the way. Kemper destroys every single one of them, hits a beautiful chokeslam. We are getting this match at some point down the line. When that is, I do not know. But I'm very excited to see it. I think they've done a great job of building this feud as well. I think Miles Kamen's great on the mic. He did a great promo running down Kemper and the sort of filling us in on the story as well. I thought it was tremendous. Really good angle. Really effective angle. Straight into our main event. And the main event was for the North Wrestling Championship as Gene Munny took on Liam Slater, who took on the champion Leon Slater. This match, guys... This match was great. This was such a unique triple threat match, and I really appreciated that. We've seen a lot of triple threats in recent memory, you know. There were the women's triple threats at SummerSlam and WrestleMania, and right here, I think they did something so unique, because it's very rare that you see a team, and one other person, one outsider. So it's basically a handicap match. That is essentially what this match was. Like, there have been sort of opportunities to do it, you know, Survivor Series 2009, but that started with Shawn Michaels super kicking Triple H. This was such a cohesive story, such a cohesive face turn as well for Leon Slater, that I can't praise it enough. The more I've thought about it since I finished watching it, the more I love it. They told such a great story of the fracturing of the Slaters and Gene Munny using that to his advantage. Because, yeah, this was a handicap match. Gene Munny is being attacked from all angles. He's being attacked by Liam Slater. He's being attacked by Leon Slater. Liam Slater's calling the shots on Leon Slater to do something. The coach is, like, getting in the head of Leon Slater. And it worked so well and so organically that we all got behind Gene Munny to win this, and led to some awesome near falls as well. The best coming from a belt shot from Liam Slater, and Liam Slater's back is turned to Leon Slater. It looks like Leon Slater's going to win. He hits the Utopia on Gene Munny for the 1-2 kick out. Everyone went wild. Liam Slater sold it so well. Leon Slater's facial expressions in this match were top tier, because you could see he's conflicted. And I think that was the moment. That was the moment where Leon was like, you know what? He's earned my respect. He's kind of like, he might be an annoying, damn dirty dog, but he is earning my respect right now. And then when he hit a top rope Utopia as well, and Gene Munny still managed to kick out, that was the final straw. That was the one that really snapped him into, I need to change. I need to be better. And that's where you got the drama. You got more drama coming in here as Liam Slater looks like he's trying to hand the belt to Leon Slater, and Leon Slater is reluctant to hit Gene Munny with it. Throws it back at Leon Slater. They do that multiple times, and Liam Slater, ultimately, he loses it. He's lost control. The belt has corrupted him. He wants the belt. He goes to clock Liam Slater, and they sort of brawl out of the way. that leads to ultimately the finish. Leon Slater climbs to the top rope, looks like he's going to hit his 450, but then Leon Slater clocks him with the North Wrestling Championship, sends Leon Slater, oh my god, this is so hard to do. Leon Slater and Leon Slater, oh my god. I'm good. I'm okay. It's fine. Then Leon Slater is on the top rope and he hits, or tries to hit, a beautiful 450 swanton on Gene Munny. Misses. I hope he didn't hurt his leg because it looked like he might have landed really hard on one of his legs. Rolls through. Ainsley Lariat from Gene Munny. Another Ainsley Lariat from Gene Munny. 1, 2, 3. Gene Munny is the new North Wrestling Champion. It was a perfect ending. I loved it. I love this match so much. It's one of my favourite matches of the year because it just told such a unique wrestling story. Such great psychology. Such great characters. With a great feel-good win as well. The crowd went wild when Gene picked up the win. I loved it. One of my favourite matches of the year. You've got a really good post-match as Gene Munny cuts a promo about his journey to winning this title. Puts over Leon Slater big. Leon Slater gives him the belt as well. Proper face turn from Leon Slater. If this is sort of the last time we see Leon Slater in North, which it very well may be, considering, you know, he's got all the TNA stuff that he's going to be doing. If this is the last time, I think it's a perfect send-off for him. I'd still like to see a singles match between Liam Slater and Leon Slater as well. I think that could be interesting, but we'll see. I thought it was perfect. A perfect ending to Thunderstruck. And that was the end of the show. That wrapped up the entire show. Overall, my first Thunderstruck, I was a big fan of. I really enjoyed a lot of these. I didn't love them to the extent that maybe I've loved other North Wrestling shows that I've seen this year. I do think it is like sort of, you know, I don't think it's the best North Wrestling show that has happened this year. But overall, it is fun and it's capped off by a killer main event, angle and match. So I want to know what you guys think. Overall, I'll give it 4 out of 5. I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Were you there? Were you there live? Were you watching on Triller? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below and I'll try to reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support and have a nice day.